Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a Should You Summon for the new Valentine's 2024 Legends Fest. Let's get to it. Alright, here we have Escha. She is a stab breaker. Her gifts are Stab Blessing, Stab Shield, and Physical Stun Damage Boost. Her synthesis colors are blue and red. Looking at her gifts are alright. This stab blessing, it boosts stab damage by 5 to 45%, but it's specifically for attack items, so any items that do damage to the enemy. So whenever you're crafting like a stab like attack item, this blessing should help. Um Not my favorite, but not the worst thing in the world. Um as far as the stab shield goes, I don't use the shields too often, but I'm sure that in specific stages where they have like a lot of stab or a lot of a certain kind of anything, these shields will be helpful. But like I said, I haven't really tried them before, but yeah, it's an alright gift. As far as the physical stun damage boost goes, the physical stun damage boost might be like my favorite gift of hers, just because I'm always looking for like more like stun damage, magic stun damage boost, or physical stun damage boost, and I know I definitely don't have a lot of physical stun damage boost, especially for my characters. Um so this gift should be really helpful. And then as far as the synthesis colors go, her being blue and red is actually pretty good. Because the more synthesis colors that you have, the better combinations you can make. And I know that I don't really have anybody that has like blue and red that also has physical stun damage boost, and I know it's gonna help me like create some good combinations here and there. So yeah. No, her gifts are all right. The physical stun damage boost is definitely my favorite. Let's move on to her stats. Her stats are HP 1646, physical attack 678, magic attack 578, speed 247, physical defense 500, and magic defense 489. Looking at her stats are okay. Um, her physical attack, she doesn't have the highest physical attack out of the current 3-star physical like breakers that we have. Actually, I think it might be the lowest. um so there's that about her. And then as far as her speed goes, her speed is at like a decent place. It's like somewhere in the middle. It's not the lowest, but definitely not the highest out of the current 3-star breakers that we have. um but yeah. um, her stats are like okay. Nothing stands out more than anything else. Okay, let's move on to Escha's skills. Here we have Escha Sweet Monochrome for the Valentine's 2024 Legends Fest. Her skills are as follows. Her skill 1 is after attacking, boosts own stun damage by 40% for 1 turn. It has a wait time of 100, the range is single target, the power is 51, and the break is 20. Looking at Escha's first skill, her first skill is alright. It's gonna boost her stun damage by 40% if she uses it. So that's gonna help all her other like skills break. If she ever uses her skill 1 before everything else. Um, it doesn't have that much break power in itself, but the 40% stun damage boost should help, like I said, with every other skill. Not a bad skill 1, but like not not my favorite skill 1 either. Okay, Eshka's skill 2 says, after attacking, boost target's physical attack damage received by 30% for 2 attacks, as well as when the target is stunned, boost target's physical attack damage received by a further 30% for 2 attacks. It has a wait time of 200, the range is single target, the power is 188, and the break is 146. Looking at her skill 2, I really like her skill 2 a lot, actually. Especially for physical teams. She's gonna be boosting like how much physical damage the enemy's gonna be receiving by 30% just in general by using her skill 2. But if we manage to break the enemy with our skill 2, it's gonna increase the physical attack damage received by a further 30%. So in total it's gonna be 60%. And I feel like 60% is like a good amount of like physical like resist down on the enemy, and I kind of really like her skill too, especially like when we manage to stun an enemy. She's gonna be like I feel like helpful for physical teams especially. Yeah, her skill 2 is like really good. I like it. Alright, let's check out her burst. Her burst is after attacking, boost target's physical attack damage received by 50% for 2 attacks, as well as when the target is stunned, boost the physical attack of the ally with the highest physical attack by 50% for 1 turn. It has a wait time of 200, the range is single target, the power is 400, and the break is 375. Looking at Escha's burst, I really like her burst a lot because it boosts physical how much physical attack damage the enemy is going to be receiving by 50%. I feel like that's like a good amount, especially for like a burst. I the part I really like about her burst is that if we manage to stun the target, we're gonna boost the ally with the highest physical attacks damage by 50%. Um, I feel like that's like a decent amount of like boost to our ally with like the highest physical attack. I feel like it's gonna make them do like a lot more damage. So yeah, no, her burst is pretty good. I like it a lot, especially when we manage to stun the target. It's a pretty good burst. Alrighty, lastly, we have her passives. Her first passive is when attack target does not get stunned, boost own stun damage by 30% for 1 turn. And then her second passive is boost stun damage by 15%. Looking at her passives, I really like this first passive, just because like if we don't manage to stun the enemy with our skill, we're gonna boost our own stun damage by like 30%, and that should help us like hopefully break the enemy next time. As far as the second passive goes, I really like her second passive just because it boosts stun damage by 15% in general, and for breakers, just boosting stun damage is just really good. I like it because it's gonna help them break. Um, yeah, overall, Escha is like a pretty solid like you know stab breaker who boosts physical attack damage. I really like that about her. Um, yeah, she's all right. Okay, guys. Lastly, I wanted to go over the two memorias coming out with Escha. Here they are. The first one is called Chocolate Time. Um, I really like how it looks. Escha looks really, really cute. And then I really, really like how Logi looks right here. I don't know. I just really like it. Um, let's move on to the ability effect of it. The ability effect is while equipped to a character with stab affinity, boosts stun damage by 6% to 52%. At level 30, its HP is 16%, its physical attack is 31%, its magic attack is 16%, its speed is 6%, its physical defense is 13%, and magic defense is also 13%. Looking at this Memoria is like pretty good actually. Like it's all right. It's good because it's boosts stun damage by 6% to 52%. 52% is a lot. The only thing about this Memoria is that it's specifically catered for characters with stab affinity. So it's only gonna work for a couple characters, not a lot of characters. I think there's only two right now, which is gonna be Escha, and I think her name is Marion. It's gonna work for them too. So it's like a very limited pool. That's the thing that's holding it back about it. But if you do manage to get it, it's definitely gonna be helpful for Marian or Escha. Let's move on to the second one. The second one is called Sparkling Magic from the Sky. I also really like how this one looks. I think it looks pretty cool. I like that they're like in the air and they're dropping everything out of the air. I don't know. It's just I find it pretty cool. Let's move on to the ability effect of it. The ability effect is when using a physical attack reduces target's slash, strike, and stab resistance by 1% to 7% for 2 attacks. At level 30, its HP is 18%, its physical attack is 26%, magic attack 11%, speed 4%, physical defense 18%, and magic defense 18%. Looking at this Memoria is not that special. I don't like how much it reduces, like the resistance it reduces, because 1 to 7% is like very, very little, I feel like. Um, the good thing about it is that, it works for anybody that does physical attack damage. It's gonna reduce like it's gonna reduce slash, strike, and stab resistance just as long as they do like physical attack. That's like the one good thing about it. Um, Looking at like its stats too, it doesn't have very high physical attack. I mean, 26% is like a decent amount, but like it's not the highest out there. And then as far as the speed goes, 4% is all right. I feel like most memorias have like 4%, so I feel like 6% to like 11% is just a little bit better. Kind of like the first one. Um, yeah, no, this Memoria is just not that good. Not my favorite Memoria out of the two. Okay, you guys. Lastly, I wanted to go over whether or not we should be summoning on this banner. For this banner, I feel like you should definitely like be trying to save your gems here. If you want to use some tickets, you can use some tickets, but I would definitely recommend saving like your gems or as much gems as possible. Um, Escha is like an alright breaker who boosts physical attack damage. And then the two Memorias in there, one of them is catered for like Escha and Marion. And then the other one is just not that good. So, overall the banner altogether is just not the best banner. And there's definitely better characters coming out soon. I think like the Rose Warriors and a couple other characters coming out soon that you want to be saving your gems for. And if you use them here, you're not gonna like have like as much gems for them, and you definitely want to try getting those characters. um yeah, no, this banner is a skip. You can use your tickets and definitely save your gems. Okay, you guys, that should be it for the video. I would like to wish everyone good luck on all their wishes if you are summoning for Escha. If you guys found any of like this information helpful, or if you guys liked the video, please make sure to leave a like and a subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!